Good morning, people. Good morning. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Whew. All right, what's up, everyone? Bus Stop Live check-in. Howdy, good morning. Happy hump day. Hump it up today. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, I can't wait to get my real car back. I mean, it's nice. I like my white Ford Bronco. Just not miss my car, miss my Lexus, you know? It's fun driving a new car, a different kind of car. This is a brand new car, too. So it only had 2,000 miles on it, so. All right, hello. All right, Bus Stop Live check-in. I do this every morning since October 11, 2023, when I was arrested by the Popo right there at my kid's bus stop. In case they try to do it again, get them on film, but it never happened again. And we are headed for a motion to dismiss hearing, and then if that doesn't go our way, we are headed to trial. A trial. They want to try me for witness intimidation. They want to make an example of me. I'm too effective. They don't like it. They want to get their revenge on me. Doesn't seem right. Anyway, it's like this is literally the First Amendment is on trial in Norfolk County, like for the whole country. For the whole country it is. Like if free speech doesn't exist, if the First Amendment stops existing in Norfolk County, Massachusetts, then it stops existing everywhere. Period. Because we didn't secede from the Union, we're still part of this country. The First Amendment and the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, still applies to me. I have the right to say the things that I said. I don't care what some unconstitutional law says that they're misinterpreting. That I haven't even violated their stupid unconstitutional law. Not even close, because I've never intended to intimidate witnesses. I've never intended to, prevent a trial from happening. I've never acted in the reckless disregard for the fact that it might stop a trial from happening, which you have to do, which they have to prove that I did. And good luck, Robert Cosgrove. Fuck them. If they want a trial, we can do a trial. It'll be the biggest mistake they made. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, let's fuck. You guys want a trial? Let's fuck. I'm not afraid of a trial at all. We can fuck. And, during the first two trials, the Karen Reed trials, my profile skyrocketed immensely as a result of those trials and my coverage of those trials, being in the courtroom, covering it. Can you imagine what will happen when I'm in the defendant chair? What then? I mean, I'm not going to be able to do a show. What am I going to do? I guess I could do some lives, but there's going to be so much stuff. My lawyers, for the first time during a trial, would probably be like, yeah, we've never asked you to shut up before, but now would probably be a good time to shut up because we're in the middle of a trial and they'll be watching it at night and filing motions the next day. He said this last night. I might just talk about, I might go live because I got to go live. If the trial lasts 3 weeks or something like that, if it got there, I might just go live and talk about more than 6 months away potentially. And you're like, well, who's going to get the kids on the bus? How's this going to work? What, am I going to Karen Reed was living in a hotel during the trial. Am I going to have to do that? A lot of responsibilities. But, it's a temporary thing. It doesn't last forever. And if they want to do that, just picture a trial again. The coverage, a lot of these media outlets have been ignoring my story. They covered it initially for like the first 6 months. They were all about it. They would do all my hearings, asking questions, whatnot. And then after that, they just moved on, you know? And Ted Daniel used to come to all of my hearings, and other media, David Bienick, and all these other media people. Now it's just Charlie McKenna from Mass Live is always there, rain or shine. Jess Machado is always there. Justice Served is there. But it's mostly like online. Besides Mass Live, it's all just independent content creators for the most part. For the most part. Sometimes NBC will get like the pool camera in there or Can't Television. I don't know what they're not. They're independent. I would call them. They're small, even though they're not. They work for somebody, but I consider them more indie Can't TV. But like a trial would force them all back to the table. They'd have to watch it and they'd have to cover it because it's the same characters as the Karen Reed trial, except many of them who didn't testify, who Hank Brennan was too chicken shit afraid to call in the second trial. Brian Albert, Colin Albert, Brian Higgins. I don't know if Brian Higgins would testify because he's not one of my victims of fake witness intimidation. But the bagel will be back. The bagel's back. We'll be seeing Elizabeth Proctor for the first time testify, and she's a real peach. That one, how she can explain that. Yeah, today's court has been postponed. There was supposed to be court today in the lawsuit. That has been moved to the 29th. So we'll see about that. What else is going on? All right, we're almost back. July 20th is the motion to dismiss. That's correct. July 20th, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show last night too. I had a good time talking about it, discussing it. These people don't realize, like, I like getting petty. No matter how much I win, my roots of being petty will never stop. Sorry. I like it. You're easy to crap on. And it's just, I consider it more like dancing on graves. It's just a reminder that, like, those who, I just want to constantly remind them they made the wrong choice. I mean, there was a choice to be made in late September, early October. There was a clear choice to be made there. Like, do you support Turtleboy and the quest for freedom and justice and everything I've done? Or do you support drama, right? Do you support, like, oh, let's talk about a recording? Which do you support? And a lot of people made the right decisions and they took a lot of crap for that. Like Nurse Kim, Will DeGlarer, Jimmy, like they all chose Baker. There's a lot of great content creators chose the right side. But a lot of them, Crawford, BLT, they went all in on them, on Hood Booger Talk Radio. And it just didn't work out for them. And so, align themselves with raccoons and all sorts of just Twitter trolls and people who don't matter, and something called Babs, and just angry women on the internet.
I don't know what happened there, but anyway, um, we're back. I think we're back. We're back. I think you guys like these blinds. They better be nice. Hold on. All right. So, yeah. I don't know what. Sometimes I just lose service. I don't know. It's weird. I'm good. We're back though. It was in my garage by the garage. All right. If anybody wants to have their messages read, you click the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy and said, "Aren't these blinds dope? I mean, to get that's 102 inches. To get I know I thought you could just go on Amazon and buy them, but no, you have to get them like custom made at Home Depot. But best decision I made. Like you imagine, like you see people walking by with their dogs. Everyone in this neighborhood's got a dog, and they always walk them. It's like a circle, like a loop they do, and it's like they can just look in my house whenever they want. It's weird. So um, I like them. I think it's better than curtains, and they're the kind that go. You can just pull them up, pull them down. They're not cheap. No, I had no idea blinds were so expensive. But you know what? You're going to use them every day. I look at utility when I purchase things. I don't want to pay a lot of money for something that I'm going to wear twice. Like a wedding dress is probably the greatest scam of all time. What you pay for that. But like I can justify paying a lot of money for blinds because you're going to use them every day. A bed's the same way. You're going to use a bed every day. You can justify spending a lot of money on a bed, right? But I can't, so I'll do that. But like if I didn't have a pool, if this house didn't come with a pool, I would never have a pool. A pool is the biggest waste of money, I think, because especially in Massachusetts, because you're going to use it for 2 or 3 months. That's it. If I lived in Florida, I would definitely have a pool. You gotta have a pool. Everybody's got a pool in Florida because you can't go in the ponds because there's gators in there, which is crazy when you think about it. Like that they allow gators to just like live in their state. Like that's nuts. There's just because gators are like dinosaurs. They're like the closest thing we have left to dinosaurs. And they're just like, you can't go swimming in a lake in Florida because there might be a gator in it. I would assume. I would never go swimming in a lake in Florida. So you got to have a pool. But then every time I see someone's pool in Florida, it's always like indoors kind of. There's like a sun thing. Like you can see the sky, but also it's indoors because I think it's just too hot outside. But also then the pollen can't get in the pool. I don't know. I would never pay for a pool if a house didn't come with a pool because I think that's not good utility. You're not going to use it enough to justify it, But screened in, yeah, like the screened in pools, like everybody's got those in Florida. Every time you see like a Florida house with a pool, like they all have the screened in pool. Shouldn't they all be screened in? Like that's the best. I mean, it's just as good, right? For the sun, I don't know. All right. What are people saying? The water gets too hot. Exactly. I have a pool. Yeah, I couldn't imagine in Vegas. And I've been to Vegas once, never again. I had to move in with my parents after I got back. Long story. Because Vegas just ruins people. It was so hot. I've never had heat like that. I went to Vegas in I think early August, which is probably the worst time you can go to Las Vegas. It's a type of heat I've never felt before. It's like every time you got out of the car, it was like getting punched in the face. But it was so cool. The lights, the casinos, I love that shit. Love it. Get high off that shit. Is your pool hot? Yeah, it's better than it was 2 days ago. It's nice. Love the dry heat. Yeah. It's like I do wish because I love the heat. I love 90 degrees, man. I love it. Some people think that's too hot. I love that shit. As long as there's AC, I love it. I love to exercise in it. I fucking love it. I love it. All right. What else are people saying? Let me see if we got any turtle chats. If you want to have your messages read, turtle chats on the top, or you can cash at turtle chats on the bottom, link to the bottom, or cash at me, $ Uncle Turtleboy. We do have some here I want to read. Bite My Bits sent $10 and goes, the cartel sold millions of pills with a couple cents worth of fentanyl at $30 a pop because that's what people were paying for oxycodone then, what Corey bought from the guy dealer. It was a proper epidemic, 75,000 overdose deaths is more than gunshots and car accidents combined. She would have had to plan and execute a murder with a drug. The only way to get was to buy something else and hope it was counterfeit with fentanyl when nobody else knew that was even a thing, but still pay $30 per pill. I don't get what you're saying. Or Eric popped a Zanny and he got off a masonry worker, which seems more logical. Defense fucked up big time. Okay. So Corey Richards is innocent. Got it. And then bites by bits, sends $5 and says, by the way, I watched all the Corey Richards pretrial hearings and went in thinking she was guilty as fuck. The evidence turned me. Okay. I mean, that's fine. You are entitled to believe Corey Richards is innocent. But how do you explain her trying to poison him 2 weeks before that? How do you explain that one? I don't know. Steve Cully sends, my guy, sends $50 and goes, Aiden, love the show. Forgot to give. Bro, stop it. Come on. You give plenty. Your work and content saved my life in 2023, inspired me to try creating content. Not big enough yet, but I've come far all because of you. Love and support. Respect you always, Steve Cully from upstate New York. Yeah, we love you, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. I'm glad to be an inspiration. Emily sends $5, goes, the sister of Dom, the boyfriend, the sister of Dom, yeah, I know Dom is the Mackenzie Show's boyfriend, is wanting to be interviewed by people. The big sister unhinged is her YouTube. You should try. I should. I definitely want to do a deep dive on Mackenzie Shirilla, do a whole show on it. But now I want to watch this. I go on my YouTube and look what it feeds me. Look what it feeds me. Okay. There's attendance is mandatory. 25 investigates, and then intense battle between newborn cheetah and newborn buck. Guess what I'm picking 10 times out of 10? So this is my problem with YouTube. Okay. I go to YouTube to like look something up, and then I see like intense battle between newborn cheetah and newborn buck. Yes. You guys are really that freaked out by that? Really? What do you guys eat for lunch and dinner? Look at you guys. Look at all the crying in the comments. Look at them. Cry. Cry some more. Cry some more about that buck, that baby buck. You know, there's like 100 of them being eaten right now, right? In the wild. You know that, right? Baby squirrels are being eaten right now. Baby bunnies are being eaten right now. It's fucking nature. Jesus Christ. Grow the fuck up, chat. Do I need to teach? This is why they call me daddy, because you guys are fucking babies. Grow up. Grow up. Jesus Christ. This happening a million times a day out there in the wild. The babies go first. You know why the babies go first? Because they're the easiest to catch. It's easier to kill a baby buffalo than a grown-up buffalo, isn't it? Right? And people are like, it's sad. It's not sad. It's actually not. It's sad when the predators don't, because you know how many bucks there are out there and impalas and wildebeests? Like millions. They own the continent of Africa. It's all theirs. Okay? You know what I mean? Like cheetahs and lions and shit? Like a fraction of that. A fraction. You know why? Because it's hard being a lion. It's hard being a cheetah. Imagine being a cheetah. Think of how hard your life is. You're like a big cat, but not really. You're kind of a big cat. You can't climb trees. You're fast for short periods, and then you're really slow. Okay, so you got to catch them on the first burst. But you're not that strong as a cheetah. You're not that strong. Like you can't take down a wildebeest on your own if you're a cheetah. You can't, not one. You would need a group. You can't, and then if you kill something, you're lucky enough to kill an animal, and lunch is served. You better hope there's no hyenas around. You better hope there's no lions around. They'll just take that shit. They don't care. They don't need to ask. They don't care if you were there first, right? They're just going to take it. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So you try being a cheetah. For everybody that felt bad for the cheetahs, for the little buck there. No, feel bad for the cheetahs. The cheetah's life is significantly harder than that buck's life would have been. That buck, all they got to do is they just go around eating grass, prancing, running around, having a nice life on the savannah. There's millions of them. The odds that one of them is going to get picked off, it's like 1 in a million that you're going to get killed as, a prey. But the babies, I mean, most of these baby cats do not survive till adulthood. They die of starvation. You know that? It's a horrible, horrible life being a predator. And I'm sick of like anti-predator bias out there. Like people see a video like that, they're like, oh my God, so horrible. Actually, it's great. It's actually great for the cheetahs because the cheetahs are going to die if they don't eat. Why do you guys want cheetahs to die? Why do you want cheetahs to die? Oh, it's sad. He'll be fine. They're going to put him out of his misery, and then it's going to be lunch. What are you eating for lunch? If you're eating meat, you better not be crying about that. So anyway, it's hard being a cheetah. Free the cheetahs. There's a lot of anti-cheetah hating going on out here. All right. Sorry, but watching defenseless animals getting killed is sick. I disagree. I mean, that video has how many? There's a whole channel for that. Latest sightings. That had 1.3 million views. 1.3 million views. Anyway. All right, next. Yeah, cheetah-ism. Yeah, exactly. It's just anti-cheetah, whatever. All right, what else do we got here? We got Jacqueline sends $5 because, in my opinion, you would be one hell of a defense attorney. People say that a lot, that I should have been a lawyer. And I have no doubt I'd be a great lawyer. But a couple things. I don't want to get dressed up every day and I like waking up every day and being my own boss and wearing whatever I want. It's fun. Like, this is what's natural to me. Okay. I also wouldn't want to go to law school because it's too much work and not every case is interesting. And I just don't know how good I would be at that. But you put me if it was like Joe Pesci, like my cousin Vinny, that I could do that. That'd be really good. So there's that. Next. I mean, Jesus Christ, people are really crying about that fucking buck. Like hundreds of them are being eaten right this second in Africa, all over the continent. Little baby prey are being eaten everywhere. Maybe they're lucky enough to get a grown up, but it's probably the babies. They go first. So, Jesus Christ, you guys don't know how the wild works? Grow up. All right. The other Mary B sends $5 says Ray started his channel because he was outraged at what Randall and them were doing to y'all over that stupid recording. Those idiots only have themselves to blame for getting mercilessly roasted by Ray. Is that when he started it? That was the motivation for Ray to start his channel, huh? That's awesome. You should do a Mackenzie for sure. I'm going to finish watching the doc tonight, and then I'll probably do a Mackenzie Shirilla stream. We need to do one. Just all about Mackenzie. She could be our new thing. I went to YouTube to look at that channel. That's what I went there to do. See, that's the problem. I just proved my own point. The channel I'm looking for is Big Sister Unhinged. All right, it's got 18,000 subscribers. Let's go check it out. She wasn't in the doc? Is this the sister from the doc? Oh, this is her. She was in the doc, this one. Let's see this.
The Kardashians run the world. They control everything. These people with billions of
This is the chick from the
dollars, trillions of dollars. And my mom, I'll be like, Mom, do not give them any attention. You know what I'm saying? And she'll be like, I don't. Feeding her ego and building everyone behind her. So whether it's a Google search of her, whether it is searching her up on Facebook or any of the groups involved, and there are terrible.
Her dad was an art teacher. Her dad is like the biggest moron. She is where Mackenzie Shirilla is the way she is because of her parents. I really enjoyed Davion's father. I thought he was a really interesting person. Just a loving dad. He adopted him. And it was very interesting. Like they didn't know they didn't know, these people didn't know the family didn't even know all the facts going into the trial, I guess, about everything that had happened. They learned it in real time. Like Dom's mother never liked Mackenzie. I think she turned on her pretty quick, but Dom's father like supported her and thought it was an accident up until the trial, I think. And then they saw the facts and they were like, what? And the sister too. The sister supported Mackenzie until they learned the facts that like 100% throttle, 100%, not 75, as Hank likes to say, 100%.
Terrible YouTubers out there that the family has paid. Her family has paid. I heard. I've heard through the grapevine.
Allegedly, is what you said.
Allegedly. Thank you. Allegedly,
So they're gonna
have paid certain YouTubers to basically ruin my brother's reputation and say terrible things about the family. And I'm talking terrible things. Actually, the one in particular were the ones, that's another thing, you guys, if you see that video of my dad and my stepmom when they found out Dom passed, don't click on it. Don't watch it. Don't share it ever. Don't comment on it.
Yeah, the video of the dad when he finds out Dom has passed, he was just like shock. He's like, so my son's dead. He's like smoking a cigarette. He's like, my son's dead. What? Like it was a weird reaction, but it was like just shock and horror.
Don't like it. Don't do anything to it. That things like that should not be on the internet for people to see. That's not entertainment. That's why I'm here to ask you guys of this. And like I said, to try to establish a platform where I can please ask of this. That video does not, that is the cruelest thing. And this one in particular, and this one YouTuber, I'm trying.
I also heard like that there's like free Mackenzie shit out there. There's like free Facebook pages and for Mackenzie Shirilla. I will be leading the opposite of that. If I get involved, I'm going to be like, I don't know if it has any traction, the free Mackenzie Shirilla movement, but if it does, count me in on being the crusty to that movement as the anti-free Mackenzie Shirilla, because Mackenzie Shirilla is guilty of murder. She murdered them. As the judge said, she transformed to literal hell on wheels. She transformed her car into a rocket ship. That's what she did. And think how psycho that is. Think how psycho that is to drive 100 miles an hour and you're in the car. You're in the fucking car directly into a wall. Like that is crazy. I mean, she got 15 to life, but the judge told her during sentencing, you're probably going to die in prison, because she knows her, because the judge just knew her. The judge knows, like, you're a piece of shit. You're going to misbehave in jail. You're never going to say you're sorry. You're never going to do what you need to do to get parole. She just knew. She tells her that. She's like, I'm giving you 15 to life, but I think you're going to die in jail. She says that during sentencing.
Not to say their name, like don't look at it. Just if you know they're pro-Kenzie or anti-Dom, anti-my family, anti-Russo, please just don't even click, don't Google, don't search. There may be episodes coming out. There's going to be a lot of.
So what I need to do before I reach out to this chick and try to get them on, I feel like most of my subscribers probably aren't that familiar with the Mackenzie Shirilla story. So we need to watch the doc if you haven't watched it already. But there's more. I think the jail call, you got to go over the jail calls to see. That's how I learned what a piece of shit Mackenzie Shirilla is the jail calls, right? When I watched, I remember her being sentenced. It was in the height of the Karen Reed thing, so I wasn't paying that much attention. But I remember her being sentenced, and I felt a little bad for her because I'm like, she looks so young, and I'm like, what a horror! Oh man, and you just but then you hear the jail calls, and you hear what the real Mackenzie Shirilla is like, and you're like, oh, she's ghetto trash. Oh, she's a piece of shit. Jails were built for people like her to be in them. Like, she's dangerous. She's very dangerous. Psycho. The way she acted afterwards, you know? And you're like, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. Her parents suck. Her friends suck. That Rosie chick, I want to smack her. The prosecutor in that case was like, the prosecutor in that case is tremendous too. You're like, this guy is everything that the Norfolk County DA's office does not have. I'm gonna watch some more of this.
Things coming out with this Netflix movie coming out. There's going to be a lot of people who want clout. A lot of that is to rage bait. What does they say? Rage bait by saying bad things and getting comments and things like that.
Clickbait stuff.
And if we can not click on that and
So
not follow, I would really appreciate it. And just remember that anytime you're doing that, you're, like I said, I over my dead body will this broad think she's a Gypsy Rose and get out and think that she's going to be rich and famous. That's all she's ever wanted. And I over my dead body.
Good.
Take that as you will, Fred or not. It's just, it can't happen, please. So if you come across something like that,
Dom's mother hates Mackenzie, but it's interesting. She was not in the doc at all. Dom's father was, but her mother was not. And I thought that was interesting. Davion's mother wasn't in it either, but his father plays a prominent role in the documentary. And of course, Mackenzie's parents do too, because they saw it.
don't even click on it. Okay, and then speaking of not clicking and giving attention to my brother's murderer or any of her family or her evil minions, I was going to review some of these calls after doing the interview with Junsu Pablo.
I haven't gone back because it was so. You listen to him one time, you never want to hear it again. So,
That's what I'm right, and I didn't want to hear him the first time, so
gotcha.
I feel it.
That's what we're here for, though. This is what it's about. So let me go ahead and pull this up. All right, so let's start this one. And
Hello. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm working right now. What were you saying about that woman?
Nothing. That's all she said. She just forgives you.
And like with Davion's mom, I hope Kenzie can like repent and like weird ass shit. Like that was weird as fuck. I was like, bro. Okay, I'm done. Sorry, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna listen to that. I'm sorry. I don't know, Beck. That's. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
You're how many seconds in?
But I can't listen. I can't listen to that. I'm sorry. What the? I don't know whether to. I feel like crying honestly because that like how.
This is, I think, them coming back from one of the trial days.
You murdered her child. You fucking piece of shit. You demonic whore. I'm sorry. You ended these boys' their lives. How dare you? Kenzie, oh my God, I can't wait to see your parole hearing. I can't wait. Becky, never save this video, okay? We're going to save to the desktop, right? Parole hearing. I'm starting that. I've been screenshotting and saving minor things. Put this in a specific folder, please, okay, of what's being played first. You're done. That's Jesus Christ. You're going for, if you weren't going to help before, that was, and now I throw that back.
I don't know. I
That's
would have to
okay.
play it. All right, you ready for this? Because like, if
I
you need
guess.
to stop, you can always stop, and we can just try again another time. You know, this is
I know. What child says she's always had
too far.
Well, it's just going to take us forever because I'm going to keep, but go ahead.
I do feel bad for Divine, obviously, 100%.
I do too.
Totally
That was with her mom.
This is her talking to her mother. This is Mackenzie talking to her mom.
Child says, I know. What child says she's always had the easy way out? Like, no child says that.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
somebody
You don't even
they
know
don't
me, so like, what the fuck do you mean the easy way out, bitch? I never even.
This is right after she was sentenced in August of 2023. And so she's in jail gabbing with her mom, be like, oh my God, they're talking about Dom's family and shitting on them.
Hung out with you ever.
Right. That's what I mean.
Or talked to you long enough for you to even know
Right.
anything about me other than I modeled because I helped her with modeling.
I know, honey. I know.
Like, what
I
the
know.
fuck is the easy way out? I don't even understand what that
I
means.
love how everybody knows exactly what went on in this house at all times of the day.
Our house?
Yeah, because
The
you
fuck?
know,
Pause.
we
What
never-
does that matter, Natalie? You know what, Natalie? I have your number. I feel like calling you. What does that matter? If Divine knew Kenzie, nobody gives a flying fuck about your ratty ass daughter. No one cares about your psychopathic, disgusting daughter who's going straight to hell. You'll never see her after this earth life. Done. Okay. Maybe you will because you're going to hell with her. Something's wrong with you.
Victim system.
No one cares. Your daughter took her brother's life, and Davion's mom's, Jamie's son's life. That poor Divine. Oh, you feel a little bad? This is crazy, Becky.
Well, they're talking about Davion's family, which is like the nicest family. Davion's parents. So Davion was not the boyfriend. Davion was what the prosecutor called him cargo. That's what basically she treated him like he was cargo. She wanted to kill Dom because she was in an abusive relationship and he wanted to end it. And so she had to die. And she was planning on driving into a wall and killing him, but they were giving Davion a ride and that didn't stop her at all. She's like, well, guess he's going to die too, you know? And she Davion was in foster care, and him and his sisters were adopted by her parents, who seemed like really nice people, and she's crapping on them. And they were sympathetic towards her at first. They all were.
This is what they were talking about when they came back from listening to the victim impact statements. They just listened to Divine talk in court, and they had to say this about what she said in court. That 13-year-old girl at the time, a poor 13-year-old girl that just lost her brother, and then they have the audacity to come back and talk like this about her.
13-year-old.
So is your fake crocodile tears in the courtroom that everybody knew, that show that you put on, what?
But this is what other people have already heard, and why you have such a
Yeah,
huge
they're all online.
support
You
system
can
with this,
Google
because
Mackenzie's
these
really-
calls, if people weren't already convinced just on the base facts of itself, the controlled movements of the car, the jerking of the wheel 5 seconds before, the steering column going into neutral, back into drive, these controlled movements that mean that she's alert in that car. If that wasn't enough to convince you, other people have listened to these phone calls and listened to her attitude and the way that she talks about these families. It's despicable. And she has absolutely no remorse at all. And she's not even acting like somebody who is innocent. Okay, this is not even the state. Like, if somebody was truly innocent and you're in prison for something you absolutely really did not do, you're not like this. You are scared. You are worried that you're about.
And how crazy is it too that, Davion was in the system, and so he got a raw deal in life, right? He's in the system, foster care, and then he gets adopted, so his life is saved. And then this piece of shit kills him. Like, very rarely do you say that a kid was, as it turns out, they were better off in the system. Like, if he was just in a foster home or a group home or whatever, his quality of life wouldn't be as good, but he would be alive. So because he was adopted and had the misfortune of then going to school with this piece of shit and running in with her social circle, he's dead.
To be sentenced for something that you didn't do, you would be freaking out. You wouldn't be vindictive like this.
Discipline, there was never consequences, there was no anything. You always had to
Where
eat
did
right out. Just people like that.
Oh,
Yeah, I love it. Everybody knows exactly what goes on in this house all day.
Fuck you.
Just internet trolls. They don't even know us.
Fuck you. Bitch, you're not even on the internet. We're not on the internet. That was a real courtroom. Just putting it
Right.
out there, guys. Internet trolls. We're
During
not, we were-
impact statements.
this
this
was during
is-
the trial.
Yeah.
Who? Because they were upset because Divine said that Mackenzie's always had the easy way out. And your mommy is you're still doing this, Natalie. You're still enabling her, and you're still feeding into that sociopathic, psychopathic mind of hers.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Plus mother, right?
There's going to be a podcast about the case tonight on somebody's thing. It's Mackenzie, it's insane.
what do you mean? It's gonna be on what?
Insane. Somebody's going to be talking about it on their podcast.
When?
Like, do you think she should have been, do you think the sentence was fair? How do you feel about the case? Do you agree with the charges?
You
Let's
should
talk.
call when they're on there.
She got 15 to life. The judge could have given her 30. She was 17 when she did it, so I don't know if she could have gotten life. And because it's in a car, it's just not treated the same as like if you stab someone to death. But it really should be. There's really mentally, it's actually worse what she did. Like what Corey Richards did, like what these people did. It's like it's not as gruesome as like shooting someone or stabbing somebody, but it's just as fucking sick. It really is. So she got 15 to life, but the judge tells her in sentencing, you're going to die in prison. She actually says that. I think you're going to die in jail because I see you. I see who you are. And you're the type of bitch that like all of these calls are going to be used at her parole hearing. It's going to keep her in jail because she's not sorry.
I should.
I'm so for real. You should be like, this is
Holy
her
crap.
fuck.
Right. No, I can't.
Why?
I can't yet. Because I can't yet.
And are you gonna make the remembrance page?
I have to ask how to proceed with that.
Okay, I'm gonna tell my friends too then.
To what,
Somebody will
Becky?
be talking to you very soon. So
I think she said a remembrance page.
Yeah. What does she mean?
I don't know.
She'll have her friends do what?
I'm thinking make the page because her mom said she can't yet. And I still think her mom is under this whole, we can't talk because I want to appeal. Anything that you say could ruin the appeal because you might accidentally say that you're guilty on the phone. Be secretive so we can try to get you out by being secretive.
You know, Becky, honestly, I felt so bad. I hope, Natalie, I hope you hear this. I felt so bad. I feel bad saying bad things about people, bad things about her, bad things about everybody. I feel bad up until this call. It's over with. It's over with.
So she felt bad.
I hope my siblings don't watch this because this is super fucked up.
Yeah, it really is. All right,
Wow.
I'm
And
gonna
then, go ahead.
Stop. Okay. Remember I said you gotta trust me. You have to trust what's going on out here. Okay? Oh, that's nobody. Oh my God, these people are nuts. Somebody said, oh my God, did you hear the conversation that she had on the phone with her dad when she was in jail? Like, what? Sorry, and talk.
What are they talking about?
I don't know.
Because I never even talked to him on the phone.
I know.
What?
Everybody's just looking for their 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah, she was
How
talking.
many likes?
She was talking when they took her out of the car.
All right, she's so gross. Why doesn't she talk to her dad on the phone in the jail?
I heard it on a phone call at some point where he did pop on the phone.
Well, the dad's an idiot. The dad comes on in one of the jail calls and he's like, "Fuck the judge." Like immediate. Oh, this fucking judge is a piece of shit. The dad is the biggest idiot. And the mom is a close second, but the dad's a fucking moron. But the mom is smart enough not to let the dad on the phone during the jail calls because he's such a fucking moron. And he'll fuck up the appeal. They think they're going to get her out an appeal.
And then Natalie grabbed the phone back from him and said, or no, he said, mommy's going to take the phone from me because she knows I can't shut my mouth or something. So I think he's not allowed on the phone because he can't stop himself from talking shit like he did in the courtroom.
Right. Fucking weirdo.
He can't control his mouth. And
Wasn't there text messages between Kenzie and her father in the middle of the night of her asking him for a foot rub or something like that?
Yeah, something. Make her food and come rub her feet. Yeah, weird stuff. They're weird.
That's in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Shit, that's fucking weird. But all right, let's do a few more minutes because I'm my blood's boiling. It this is, you guys are trash, straight trash, going to hell.
Absolutely.
I guess. You know? Okay. I'm so glad you got moved, Pumpkin. But is it different? Does the room look different?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Because I guess I'll see it later. Is it bigger?
Yeah.
Does your roommate play spades?
Why is
Yeah.
her voice different?
Oh, snap.
Like, go ahead. She's got a.
There you go. I'm so happy for you for that.
Yeah.
What did your roommate do about it? Oh, go ahead.
He didn't see the reason like he didn't do this pizza. They they're going to pizza meeting easily just resume. We just usually we just keep a meeting and we just keep.
See, they're talking in pig Latin. They do that a lot. So anyway, yeah, I'll show you the sentencing with the mom. The mom's sentencing is just so retarded. First of all, here's the judge.
This trial is a culmination of decisions made by one person, the defendant. Those decisions have forever altered the futures of 3 families, and of you also, Mackenzie. And your decisions forever robbed Dominic and Taviana of the futures that they had before them. If there is one thing that can be taken away from this case, as painful as it is this: every decision we make is important. Every action we make is important. Regardless of whether the decision is a good one or a bad one, or the actions are good or not.
For some strange reason, she chose. No, I guess not strange reason. She chose a bench trial. I guess that was her best bet because a jury would hate her. A jury would just despise her. But she chose a bench trial, and the judge despised her just as much. She should have taken a plea.
The result is the same. The consequences ripple through time and affect many more people than one might think at the time of the decision. In criminal cases, the state.
And she talks this lawyer so much in the jail calls, dude. She hates this lawyer.
It carries the greatest burden under our law, proof beyond a reasonable doubt. As I previously stated, I considered all the evidence presented. And at this point, I would like to comment specifically on Exhibit 802, the crash video. This is the type of evidence you can never.
On a bench trial, like at least with a jury, they just come out and they're like guilty or not guilty, guilty, and it's over. A bench trial, you saw it with Judge Karp. They got like 5 or 6 minutes of grandstanding, and you see where they're headed during it. And as soon as the judge starts talking, Mackenzie Shirilla knows it's over. I'm going to jail.
Never unsee. You can never forget the visual or audio of this exhibit, which is chilling and tragic. As you review that exhibit, you know that you are watching the oncoming deaths of 2 people, and there's nothing that will stop it. The video clearly shows the purpose and intent of the defendant. She chose a course of death and destruction that day.
Now she knows.
Exhibit 802 crystallizes the deadly decision-making of the defendant. She morphs from a responsible driver to literal hell on wheels as she makes her way down the street. Mackenzie alone made the decision to drive the car, to drive an obscure route, a route she visited a few days before, and a route not routinely taken by her. Mackenzie alone chose the time to make the drive, early in the morning, when any reasonable person would expect that few people would be nearby to witness it or offer life-saving assistance. She made these decisions despite knowing, as any reasonable person would, that her mission of death could have involved others, not even in the car with her, other people, other cars, pedestrians. She had a mission, and she executed it with precision. The mission was death. Mackenzie alone decided to push the pedal to the floor and demand the ultimate speed of that vehicle to 90 to 100 miles per hour. She alone decided what was to be. Mackenzie decided death was the ultimate goal that day, and she alone made that decision for Dominic Davion, and she continues to act in a manner.
But she's not guilty. Imagine the judge being like, yeah, but not guilty. Like she knows, Mackenzie knows it's over here. You're going to jail. But she's not crying for them. She's crying for herself.
To achieve her purpose. Whether or not she intended to also kill herself is a matter of speculation. They have no relevance to the remaining of the evidence in this case. The totality of the evidence clearly demonstrates Mackenzie Shirilla acted purposely and intentionally in the early morning hours of July 31st, 2022. Her purpose was to kill Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan. No reasonable fact finder could view the totality of this evidence in this case and come to any other conclusion. Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder. Court renders the following verdicts. Count 1. The court, having had count 1 tried to pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of murder to wit Dominic Russo in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903
Look at her parents.
102A is charged with count 1.
Those are her parents. Look at them. Look at that's her dad. He doesn't know how to get dresses like a McAlbert at court, and the mom.
Count 2. The court, having had count 2 tried to pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of murder to wit Davion Flanagan in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.02A is charged with count 2 of the indictment. Count 3, murder. The court, having had count 3 tried to pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of murder to wit Dominic Russo in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.02B is charged with count 3. Count 4, murder. The court, having had count 4 tried to pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of murder to wit Dominic Russo in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.02B is charged with count 4. Count 5.
You know, they're just like, I'm like, you know, you immediately are like, well, should I have testified? Should I have done a jury trial? Either way, you were going to fail. A jury's going to hate you. You would have been a disaster on the stand. Disaster.
Felonious assault. The court, having had count 5 tried to pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of felonious assault to wit Dominic Russo in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.11 of the revised code is charged in count 5 of the indictment. Count 6, felonious assault. The court, having had count 6 tried to pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of felonious assault.
So let's, I want to watch the mom's.
Can you start with your name? My name is Natalie Shirilla. I just want to say, am I allowed to address them at all? Sure. I just want to say to the families that I'm broken, sad, and lost, and my heart hurts for everyone. Okay? Davion was her new friend, and Dom was the love of her life, and he's part of our family. Okay?
Davion was her new friend.
I'm just so sorry that this happened. We're heartbroken. Okay? And then, Your Honor, this was a terrible, tragic nightmare accident to have happened that she has no memory of, and she will never emotionally or physically recover from it.
She conveniently has no memory of any of this happening, which the judge didn't buy. So don't get up on the stand there and debate the facts of the case. Yeah.
She almost died too. And we're asking that you please not run the sentence as consecutive. He was family and we all loved each other. That morning of the accident, she called, I got a phone call that there was a car accident. Okay. So we went to the hospital and I didn't even know who was in the car. The names had not been confirmed yet. And I'm going to cry because I missed Dom so much. We loved him so much. So I called Dom like over and over again, praying that he was going to answer the phone, and he didn't answer the phone. So then I tried to call his mom, and she didn't answer the phone either. And I still didn't know who was in the car. I didn't even know if she was alive. I didn't know what was happening. So then we were in the waiting room. And then his mom she did call me. So I answered the phone and I was like, oh my God, like, I don't even know who was in the car. Like, what's happening? Was that Dom? And she said, what do you mean? My son is dead. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then she said something like, and now I have to wait until your kid's out of the hospital. And then I didn't hear the rest.
What is
I was like, we loved him so much. And
like, she doesn't have a speech written. She just gets up there and wings it. This is so weird.
Hung up the phone. I did not talk about social media. I didn't even know what was going on yet. Okay. So then that was it. So in the hospital, that Vitality post, I commented on that because somebody had called her a murderer. Okay. And
she had commented online about like after, and I think it was brought up. The mom made some sort of comment on a Facebook post, and it was like insensitive. It just showed. And now she, for some reason, during the victim impact statement or the sentencing thing, she's not being like, this is when you say that like she made a mistake. She deserves a second chance. She was young, reckless, but she doesn't deserve to spend the rest of her life in jail. She deserves a chance at a second life. A person's character is not, I don't believe any of this, but like a person's character is not summed up in 5 seconds of action, but rather 18 years of their life. And she's done this and she volunteered at a soup kitchen and blah, blah. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, she's great to her cousin, her disabled cousin in the wheelchair, and helps him get around. And she, you know, helped an old lady walk across the street, shit like that. Instead, she's up here and she's just like, so in a Facebook post,
she's not a murderer. So she didn't even have her phone at that point because the police had
not a murderer, bitch. She was convicted of murder. What are you talking about?
still had it. Okay. So I jumped on and I was like, you know, she's not a murderer. She's more sad than hurt than most of these people commenting. She's been trying to get in touch with you. I mean, at that point, it was just an accident. So I commented on her behalf, not because of the modeling opportunity. I don't even, who cares about that? I don't want them to refer to her as a murderer. Okay. And I don't even know how that comment got on the phone because the police still had her device and she could not access her phone or social media. That's why I did it. And I had called them asking if they could shut down social media.
Because she, oh my God, I can't believe this. After he was killed, after the death, she got out of the hospital quickly, and then she starts posting like modeling pictures and shit. She wanted to be a model. And it was some fashion brand commented on her thing. And then she was like, the Mackenzie Shirilla account was like, oh my God, I've been trying to get in touch with you guys. This is like 2 months after she killed 2 people. And she's online talking about like modeling and shit.
Because people were calling her a murderer and making death threats and organizing groups to, you know, take her out when she got out of the hospital and stuff. So I don't even want her phone. I don't care about her phone. I don't care about social media. I just wanted them to stop calling her a murderer so that when she did come to, and she did come out of surgery, multiple surgeries, that she wouldn't see all these people calling her a murderer because she would never, ever, ever murder the love of her life. Okay. For Halloween, for 3 months after the accident, she would only wear his clothes. She would only eat the snacks he ate. She would only listen to the music he wrote. Okay. She was laying in bed for 3 months crying. There was a shrine of him next to her with photos and things that he liked, and this flower that lights up that he got her because he wanted it to be fresh and alive forever. It's like a little Beauty and the Beast flower. Okay, she's got this shrine of him next to her. So she was crying for 3 months. So her friends asked if she wanted to go out trick-or-treating or Halloween, and it was at OU. And she didn't even want to go. She said, I don't know, should I go? She couldn't even walk yet, barely.
She went out on Halloween 3 months after she killed 2 people. And made some TikTok, because she's always on TikTok, where she like is a dead person 3 months after she killed someone.
So I told her, I said, baby, please go. It's Halloween. You've been laying for 3 months crying, only listening to his music. Please go have just a moment of fun, a moment of fun. So we told her to go. My husband drove her. I brought her back home. She just needed a second of fun from losing her whole world. So that was us. We told her to go. And that concert she went to with Dom's cousin, Abby, they picked her up.
What's happening?
They brought her there. That was Dom, Mackenzie and Dom and Abby all decided to go to this concert together while they were in the hospital. That was for Dom. Everything she did after the accident was either in honor of him, to be close to him, or just to be by him any way that she can. She's like devastated and tragic. He was the air that she breathes. Okay. And they went with his cousin. We spent all kinds of time with him after the accident.
What?
What was the other thing?
What was the other thing? How about you write
I'm
it
hearing an
down,
awful
bitch?
lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the two dead people.
I hear. Yeah, she goes. I hear you talking a lot. Listen to what the judge said.
Dom, after the accident, what was the other thing?
I'm hearing an awful lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the two dead people.
I'm hearing a lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the two dead people.
Dominic, okay, I'm asking you for leniency because this was a tragic accident that she does not remember. And Davion, he's a new friend. I'm so
What
sorry.
does that mean? His life is worthless?
No.
Davion, he's a new friend. What does that mean? His life is worthless? Oh my God.
No. God, no, not at all.
You know, the judge is like, can I put you in jail too? That's what the judge is thinking right now. I wish I could put you in jail too.
They all loved each other. They all spent every day together. You know what I mean? I don't know
And
too
isn't
much
that
for
part
him.
of the problem, Mrs. Shirilla?
Sorry?
Isn't that part of the problem, that they all trusted each other? Isn't that part of
It's not a problem at all. It was
the problem
wonderful.
of how they all ended up in the car together and two of them ended up dead?
I understand. I understand what it looks like. I'm saying that it was a tragic accident. She would never.
But we're gonna have to disagree on
I
that.
understand.
Right, and I respect your position, but you disagree with me.
I understand. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to address those.
That's it?
We told her to go to those things, and then she did go with Dom's family. So look at that. Don't look at it with the look on that with different eyes if you can, please.
Those things are not relevant.
Not at all.
By the way, the girl was 17 years old, still in high school, and her parents allowed her to move in with Dom. Like, what kind of parents do that? They're like, oh, she was responsible, and they were probably going to get married. Bitch, she's 17. They let my 17-year-old daughter move in with a guy. Are you out of your mind? I wouldn't want my 22-year-old daughter to move in with a guy. Like, you're too young. You should be like, what are you doing? 17? You're a minor.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
I
But
agree.
she's a good, if you would have a moment, all you would need is 5 minutes of a conversation to have with her to learn who she is.
Oh, yes. You're goddamn
Just
right about
that you
that.
would just need 5 minutes
Very
to learn
true.
who she is and what
Yes.
she's capable of not doing
Yes.
and doing. And
Yes.
you can see for yourself.
I 100% agree with
That's
that.
all. I'm so sorry, guys.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I love you.
They didn't move in. I don't think they moved in with Dom's feet. Dom had an apartment, I thought. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm screwing that up, but I don't know. Okay. All right, let me just refresh the turtle chats here if we have any. I got to get started here. But we need to do a Mackenzie. I can't go live tonight. But I definitely need to do more. Maybe we can have like Mackenzie Mondays or something. We need to do a deep dive into this because this is good content. This is wild. Michael sends $10. Go support you always. Get that grunge at a pool. I'll try my best. Thank you so much. The Lexus update on track. Okay. All right. Just got a text about it. Cash apps. Let's see if we have any. No, we're good. All right, cool. All right, guys, I'm going to go get started with my day. But I love all you fine people. And you guys keep on keeping on. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow night for Sex Cult or tomorrow morning for Bus Stop Live. All right? Don't forget to brush your teeth. Peace to you, bump grease. Outie.
Top down, riding down Main, it's a clear night, screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights, Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. Morrissey and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city block. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pass slow, every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtleboys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, Morrissey on the phone, trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. True, got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face.